As a woman in my mid-20s, I'd like to think my views on physical appearance have matured since my teenage years. In high school, I made an effort to wake up early enough to put on a full face of makeup every day before school. My friend and I would often spend hours getting ready for a simple walk to the gas station for an Arizona tea. I could not fathom being seen without making some sort of alteration to my physical appearance first. So I'm better now, yeah? No longer afraid to go out in the world makeupless, sometimes. I've been struggling with my skin lately, and it's really held a mirror to myself and some unfavorable thoughts I still carry about appearances. I think we're often fed this idea that when we're feeling our best in life, our outsides should match. There's so many trends surrounding the glow up lately, and I've been sucked in too, I can't lie. It can be a confidence boost to find a not so cute picture from my past and do a really hot makeup look, compare the photos, and call it a glow up. I'll see girls post their before in a toxic relationship with spotty skin and tired eyes, and after, when they're single, their skin is glowing and they dyed their hair a flattering shade, and I can't help but be impressed. This relationship was clearly draining her of her beauty, and now that she's out of it, she's able to glow up. How inspiring! I'm sure there's no complicated, problematic undertones to these trends at all. I left that toxic relationship, that toxic workplace. I'm prioritizing my well-being. Why aren't I the hottest I've ever been? No, seriously, am I broken? Shouldn't my outsides be glowing to reflect my inner work? Is there some area I need to address, a vice that's manifesting physically through my blemishes? Come to think of it, I was what I consider my hottest when I was in a relationship that wasn't serving me, working at a job I despised, and was wildly insecure and stressed about my life, so what gives? We see time and time again in the media, unfavorable appearance traits are being linked to unfavorable personality traits. As an avid internet lurker, this behavior is so prevalent, you're probably so used to it, you hardly notice it happening. The internet will often take someone they consider a bad person and point out their physical flaws as karma for their unattractive personality traits. God made him ugly to match his insides. She's gone downhill ever since she... insert unfavorable action. These kinds of ideas hurt all of us. An ugly man can be kind, a sexy woman can be evil. These shouldn't be difficult concepts, and yet every day I find myself having to actively take physical beauty off its pedestal. When these ideas are ingrained in you from childhood, you can underestimate how easily they become a part of you. It wasn't just media spewing this idea at me, it also came from people I love and trust. Overhearing family members gossiping at dinner, perhaps about their friend who's really let themselves go, or making comments on the grocery store cashier's looks that really have no relevance to the story. One's physical appearance rarely ever has relevance to the story. And yet, I'm still working to overcome this. I'll catch myself on a day when my skin's particularly inflamed and I'm not feeling very confident. Instead of locking myself in my room, I'll put on some sunscreen and moisturizer and go do whatever I'd be doing if my skin were clear. I understand we may have goals regarding our appearance. We do not exist in a vacuum. Appearing more attractive can certainly allow you to move through the world a little easier at times. But how you appear at any given moment should not affect how you make moves. What would you do if tomorrow you woke up in your ideal physical form? How would you navigate society, your relationships? What would you spend your time doing? How would you carry yourself? What energy would you put out? What is truly stopping you from embodying those qualities right now? What new problems would you create for yourself if your looks were taken care of? By focusing on our appearance, we create excuses for ourselves over and over again. I can't get my ideal partner because I don't have my ideal appearance. I can't get my dream job because I'm not confident in my appearance to show up and do well in an interview. Good things aren't happening for me because I'm not my ideal appearance. It's a way to keep us stuck, keep us focused on this superficial task of becoming physically appealing. Meanwhile, your peers who are less focused on such things have already gotten the job you want. They already have the romantic relationship you desire. They bring goodness into their lives by focusing their energy where it belongs. I've had to recognize my obsession with appearances, call it what it is. We may not be completely responsible for forming this obsession, but we can be responsible for undoing it. I can combat harmful thoughts in small ways every day. I can notice blemishes on my skin, do my best to treat them without giving them so much of my anxious negative energy. I can film without makeup, and my message is just as meaningful. I can make an effort to consume content from a variety of faces. Curating an algorithm that is solely full of hot ladies who you wish you looked like isn't very beneficial. I catch myself having to fight my bias often, and it can almost be embarrassing. Like, why would information only be worth seeking out from a stunning, fashionable, clear-skinned baddie? You don't have to scroll just because someone's makeup isn't done to your style or their room decor isn't your vibe. Only consuming content that's delivered to you in crystal clear quality from hot people in cool clothes in a nice house is going to severely limit your media and make you potentially miss out on so much incredible art, incredible artists. I encourage you to challenge yourself to overcome the appearance obsession day by day. How can you reframe your negative self-talk about your looks? Can you catch yourself being biased towards someone based on their physical form? Can you consume less appearance-focused media and more inspiring, thought-provoking media? What if you ran errands without following your usual routine for getting done up? What if you recognize that the world will not wait for you to glow up, and there are opportunities and people meant to find you right now?